Hello there, welcome back to Bunny's Book Corner. Today we're going to be doing a review. There's going to be absolutely no spoilers in this video. So the first book we're going to be reading today is The Light Between Oceans, written by M.L. Studman. The book has 343 pages. The font is pretty small, so I felt like to me it felt a lot longer than that. It's a beautiful book, beautifully written, and it felt so realistic. It's definitely bittersweet. This is not going to be the kind of book that's just a feel-good book and you're just going to feel amazingly happy at any point. But it's so realistic, and it's like life. Like, life is just not always, you know, a beautiful yellow brick road and we're skipping along and having a good time. Sometimes there's just moments in life where there's consequences for every single decision that we make. But the story takes place in Australia, and there's this man named Tom who is the operator and kind of like the keeper of this lighthouse. So it is isolated from the mainland. He marries a woman named Isabel. You kind of get the backstory of pretty much everyone in this book. You find out that Tom's backstory is kind of like he was in the military, he fought in this war, and he kind of sticks to the rules a lot. He's very conscious of his responsibilities operating the lighthouse and taking note of every single thing that happens. Isabel is more young and carefree and beautiful and nice, and for the most backstory as well. Nothing, as I said, nothing I'm saying today is a spoiler. It's all written in the back. One day they find this boat that kind of lands on the little island that the lighthouse is on, and there's a dead man there with a little baby, and they decide to keep the baby instead of reporting it. And then eventually, a few years down the line, they kind of go back into the mainland, since, you know, there is some isolation there, and they realize that their decision to keep that baby and not report it has some consequences. I'm not obviously going to spoil it for you. It's really beautiful. It's sad. It's a nice book to read. I don't know if I would have chosen to read this like right off the bat at the beginning of my summer, because it is kind of not a downer necessarily, but you know, when you think summer, you think like fun and like beach reads and pool reads and little cute books. This is very beautiful, but it is a lot, you know. It's more of an emotional book, but I love the way these characters are written. You kind of see the whole courtship between Isabel and Tom and how they got together, and it's really sweet. I think there are moments where I questioned Isabel's decisions. Sometimes she kind of acted out of character, in my opinion, but I guess it was just the circumstances that she was in. So I recommend this book. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful book. How many times did I say it was a beautiful book? But it's just, there's no other way to describe it. So, of The Light Between Oceans, and I'll see you guys next time.